Hello, Richard. How are you?
Great to be alive. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic. There was a pause there, Richard.
Sorry, yeah, I'd muted the stream to Facebook, but we're live. We're live on the radio, but we're back. We're back.
All
Sorry.
right. Okay. So look, if you are listening to this live and watching it on Facebook, show us some love, share it, because you never know who you might be helping. If you've got any questions, you can pop them in the comment box below. Or you can send us an email, richard@smileradio.co. So let's kick off the show with a song from Spencer Wilson, Ballad of Wildflowers.
Going where the wildflowers grow, seeds like memories are sown and grown. Where you live and where you roam, you plant a world of love where you call home. The woodstock is high, so let's build us a fire. Play some songs and sing on through the night. The sun will rise and fall, the dark comes fast. As days recounted of mischievous past. Ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers. This new Eden that you plant is ours. Well, time is a healer and time is at hand. Share together love and understand. Legacies emerging, stories told, metaphors for life more valuable than gold. There are truths that you show to us, earthly wisdom not from any God above, but vulnerable our hearts we've sadly seen. We'll send a prayer to those who disagree. Ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers. This new Eden that you plant is ours. Well, there are disciples of him he not believe, happy sharing in your ghostly memories. There might be conflict and there might be war. The lines of life remain etched upon your door. Face together we will overcome. And that's the ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers. This new Eden that you plant is ours.
Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz your stress, feel good inside on Smile Radio. Narelle Summers Show.
So Spencer Wilson is also on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Linktree, which I'd never heard of before. Yeah, I pretend to be down with the kids, but I'm not. Anyway, so I've shared my weight loss story a few times on here, but I've never actually shared my personal development story, and that's what I'm going to do today. So if there's anybody out there feeling stuck, you know, unhappy with their lives, then this is the program for you. 11 years ago, around about this time, maybe March, February, March time, I wanted to change my life. You know, I was overweight, I was miserable, I was unhappy, I used to cry a lot, and I knew I wanted a different life. I wasn't sure how I was going to get it, but I knew I wanted a different life. You know, Albert Einstein says, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result is insanity. And it is, it's madness. You know, it's like going into a maze and doing the same walk and getting to the same dead end and being surprised that you're there again. You need to do something different. I was in a vicious circle with my weight. You know, I was a typical yo-yo dieter for over 20 years of my life. I was surrounded by friends, colleagues, and boyfriends who were negative towards me, unsupportive. Some of them would say nasty things about me behind my back and to my face. And I didn't know how to deal with any of those situations. I didn't know what to say back to them. You know, I'd end up just turning to food and drink. Yet again, that was my answer to everything. Felt unhappy, food and drink. Crying about something, food and drink. You know, everything related to food and drink. I mean, when I look back now, and I'm not sure why they were jealous, but some of those comments were made through jealousy. There was nothing, you know, nothing to be jealous about, you know. And I now wouldn't stand for it. You know, if anybody said anything unsupportive, negative or nasty towards me, you're out. You're out of my life. I will not stand for that. You know, I want supportive people around me. I want positive people around me. And you know what? You need to do the same. You need to be surrounded by positive and supportive people. People who are going to encourage you. If somebody's knocking you down or saying anything, whether that's to your face or behind your back, remove them. Remove them. Do not stand for that at all. So 11 years ago, I thought, right, who do I know who's in the personal development world? The first person that came to mind was Tony Robbins. And I thought to myself, I can't possibly go and see Tony Robbins. He's so expensive. I will never be able to get to see him. My inner chatter straight away. And then I thought to myself, okay, I know Paul McKenna, who is, I would say, the UK #1 hypnotist. And he does a lot of personal development world. And I thought, right, I'm going to Google him. And he was doing an event in May in London with Richard Bandler, who is the co-creator of NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. And I thought to myself, right, I'm going to have, I want to do it. I want to change my life. And I booked a ticket. Now, this is a person who would never go anywhere on her own. If I couldn't get a friend or a boyfriend to go with me to places, then I just wouldn't go to them. So I went and bought a ticket to go and see Paul McKenna and Richard Bandler in London on my own. I had to be brave. You know, I had to put my big girl pants on and go on my own. And the thing was, that weekend changed my life. And there's a quote from Christopher Robins, who's Winnie the Pooh's friend. And it says, "You are stronger than you seem, braver than you believe, and smarter than you think." So I want you to think about something right now that you really want to do. And whether that is change career, do a qualification, I don't know, law, flower arranging, whatever it is, or an activity, you know, learn to ski, learn to fly. Obviously not fly, but in an helicopter. It's about being brave and taking that leap of faith. You know, Richard has been brave and took that leap of faith, and he's now got a music venue. What made you take that leap of faith?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I just did it.
You just did it. Yeah. And I think that is the problem for a lot of people.
But you need support as well.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. A support from positive people.
Yeah. And I couldn't have done it, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it without Marie.
Yes, 100%. 100%. You'd got the backing from the right people. And also, I'm just going to go back to what you said. I just didn't think about it. I wanted to do it, and I did it. Because some people, they want to do something, and then their inner chatter comes in. Well, you can't do that. Well, that's a stupid idea. You've got no money, you've got no time, and you're off. You're off on that spiral. What I want you to do right now is I want you to think of something that you really, really want to do and take action now, okay? Don't think about it. Just do it. And the thing is, once you do that, you then start to do other things, and also other doors and opportunities start to open up for you. And then once you've done that and you start to, so you've got your supportive people, your vibe will change. You will then, your frequency, you will then start to attract other supportive people in your life, other positive people in your life. Once you make that breakthrough, once you make that decision, and once you take action, things will change. Trust me. Because as I said, that weekend changed my life forever. That weekend, Paul McKenna demonstrated a technique called havening, which is a psychosensory therapy that I then went on to qualify in. I then went on, well, before I qualified in Havening, I actually made the decision that weekend, when I saw Richard Bandler and Paul McKenna, I thought, I have to, and, you know, forgive Richard if you're ever listening to this, Richard, I thought I need to do my NLP practitioner course with Richard Bandler, who was the co-creator of NLP, before he dies. Because he was quite, I don't actually know how old he is. 11 years later, he's actually still alive and going. And then I went on, as I said, to do Havening. I then went on to do NLP Master Practitioner. And once I'd done, you know, all of those, I started to work on myself. I did the qualifications, you know, for me, because I wanted a better quality of life. I knew 11 years ago that I could have a better quality of life, but I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it. I ended up removing my emotional baggage, removing my weight, and keeping that weight off and changing my mindset. Now, once people started to see me change, both physically and mentally and emotionally, my family and friends were like, oh, well, will it work in this area of my life? And will it work in that area of my life? And the answer was always yes. So then I started doing these techniques on my family and friends, and then it just spread. And that's how I grew my business. 11 years ago, I didn't expect to be a well-being coach. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that I would be changing people's lives. It's just grown, you know, by accident, but it's just grown. So, as I mentioned before, the first person that popped up into my mind was Tony Robbins. And after I'd done quite a lot of work with Richard Bandler and Paul McKenna, I thought, yeah, I want to go and see Tony Robbins. Again, I Googled him, and he was in the UK in the April 2015. And I can remember having a conversation with my brother, and I said to him, "Oh my word, Tony Robbins is in London in April 2015. I'm going to go and see him." And he went, "No, you're not." And I thought to myself, "What? Well, what? Who are you to tell me who I can and can't see?" And then in the next breath, he said, "Because you're going to go to America to see him." And I was like, "Oh, what? I can't do that. It's really expensive." But then when I looked at the ticket, my hotel, my flights came to the same price as a ticket in the UK. So I bought my ticket. I saved up. I stayed in. I said no to various things. I was focused and I was determined to go and see Tony Robbins and sit on the front row, because, you know, back then I was only going to go and see him that once. So that was my focus. So once you are focused on something, once you've set yourself that goal, then work out how are you going to do it? How are you going to pay for it if you need to pay for it? How are you going to manage your time? Who do you need to help you? Have a look. So think about that thing that you really want to do. Is there anybody that can help you? Do you need to finance it? How are you going to finance it? Where's that money going to come from? You know, if you need time, where is that time going to come from? Sit down and think about that thing that you really, really need to do. Focus on it, make a plan, and make it happen. Because, you know, I want you to go away from this radio program because I want you to have a better quality of life. I know it's achievable. I've done it. And I want you to do it. So I want you to think about the thing that you really, really want to do and take action. And what one thing can you do today to move closer to that? So as I said, I thought that, you know, it was going to be just the once. I ended up going to Florida the following year and doing Date with Destiny, which is the event that's on his Netflix documentary. But the thing is that I'm still wanting to learn. I'm still wanting to grow for myself and for my clients, for my listeners, for my audience. Because as soon as I learn something, I think, right, I want to share that. I want to share that with people. Because I truly want people to have a better quality of life. Last year, I went to Switzerland to see Joe Dispenza, who blew me away. And, you know, the information that I learned from that event, I pass on. You know, there's many people that I sit sometimes with in events and they say, oh, you know, I come to events, I don't do anything with it. I don't tell anybody about it, or, you know. I think, what's the point? I've worked on myself really, really hard. You know, I have removed that emotional baggage. And don't get me wrong, things still pop up from my past. I still have to work on it. You know, I don't lead a perfect life. Let me tell you that. I really don't lead a perfect life. Things happen to me just like they happen to you. But I have my little tool bag so I can work through things. If something pops up from my past, I know how to work on it. I know how to visualize and work on my energy to create my future. I know how to do that. And I want you to take away little tips today so that you can create your future as well. Let's play a song. And this song is from Single Use Soul, and it's called The Things I Kept to Myself, or Things That I Keep to Myself.
All alone I wait for you, the power of an empty room, and the silly things you do, just memories in the gloom. Heightened senses cross the line, oh, oh, but the dream is what we do, oh, 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 oh. I wait for you while you don't understand the things I keep to myself. I wait for you while you don't understand the things I keep to myself. I wait for you while you don't understand. I wait for you while you people need. I should delicately deals a catch for me to plead. Red blood beauty cross the line. Oh, but the verdict I can see all. Oh, 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 oh. I wait for you while you don't understand the things I keep to myself. I wait for you while you don't understand the things I keep to myself. The things I keep to myself. The things I keep to myself. Nearly impossible, not out in the cold when you go, and everything at all. The things I keep to myself. 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 The things I keep to myself.
Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz your stress, feel good inside on Smile Radio. Narelle Summer Show.
So if you want to check out Single Use Soul, they're on Spotify and Instagram. Do you call or the gram or Insta?
I've no idea. Instagram.
Instagram. Again, trying to be down with the kids. So, you know, I just think looking back now, everything just unfolded how it needed to be for me. You know, things just fell into place. You know, 6 years ago, Richard, I was a guest on somebody's programme, which is Tom.
Is it 6 years?
6 years.
Bloody hell.
I get a bit time distorted because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I looked back and it was 6 years.
Wow.
So I came and was a guest on Tom's programme here. You know, it was one of my goals because, I'd done live TV, I'd done stage, I'd never done live radio. So I sent.
now.
I have now. So I sent Tom a message and I said, if you want a guest on your programme, I'd be happy to come and talk about my weight loss in January if you wanted. Anyway, so I came, and at the end of the programme, you said, if you want a wellbeing programme, Narelle, it's yours. And 6 years later, we're still doing it.
Wow, 6 years. I can't believe that. It's gone so, well, it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like 2 minutes.
Well, the pandemic started in 2020, and I was doing it 2 years before, yeah.
Because we launched
Oh, yeah.
in July of 2018. So,
Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah, still here. So being you know, the right place at the right time, really, isn't it?
yeah.
It's the universe.
Yeah.
You know, and I talk about that, and some people believe in that, and some people don't, and that's okay. I trust in the universe. I trust that the universe will provide me with the opportunities at the right time. Are you a universe person?
Yeah, I keep putting stuff out there, and it does. I do genuinely believe it works. And Paul Weller, if you are listening and you want to do an intimate gig at Smile Bar and Venue in Huddersfield, please get in touch. Putting it out there.
Put it out there.
I
Well,
keep putting it out there.
but you never know who knows Paul.
Exactly. If you're listening, Paul, massive fan, come and play at Smile Bar and Venue.
Or anybody who knows any contact details for Paul Weller. So yeah. So it is. It's about putting it out there, and also it's about your energy, your frequency. If you've got high energy and you're positive, then you're going to attract positivity into your life. And I think also there's reasons why things happen, you know, and people might think that a knockback, if they really want to have something happen in their life and it doesn't happen, you know, the inner chatter will come in. But I always think if somebody says no to me, and I've had people say, well, I haven't had people say no. I've had people ghost me. Is that the right word? That people don't reply. I've had people ghost me that when I've said, oh, you know, I'll be a speaker at your event, or I'll be a guest on your podcast, and I've really wanted to speak at that event, or I've really wanted to be a podcast guest on their show, and they've ghosted me, and I've thought to myself, oh, do you know what? There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm not getting invited, and one of them, I asked a couple of times because I thought I really want to be at this event, and then I ended up through a different route, talking to a few people who'd actually gone to that event, and they weren't my kind of people. And I felt like I'd been saved. And so, you know, I think also, so when you have a knockback, or somebody says no, or somebody ghosts you, think of it in a positive way. Think of it, it's meant to happen. There's something, there's the universe, it's got your back, and it's protecting you. So, as I said, you know, I've worked really hard on myself and removed a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of things from the past. Now, holding on to the past, it's like holding on to an object. It will start to feel uncomfortable. It'll start to weigh you down. It then will start to become painful. And then it might start to really hurt and make you cry and make you scream and shout. So when you're holding on to that past, you are not in the present moment. And holding on to that past, you can't create a better future. So, you know, identify the things that are holding you back from your past. You know, reframe those things from your past. You know, a lot of the things, a lot of messages, the beliefs or your inner chatter are from your childhood. You know, that can be holding you back. Somebody's made you feel a certain way. Somebody said something. Somebody stopped you from doing it. And you're still holding that onto you as an adult. Let it go. Reframe it. Look at it through an adult's pair of eyes. Because what you're doing right now is you're listening to those beliefs, listening to those people that said things to you as a child through a child's eyes. Grow up and have a look at the things through adults' eyes and see the difference and also feel the difference. And also, if you feel that you can't let go of the past and you need, you know, people to help you, there's a lot of therapists out there, a lot of things that you could, you know, professionals that you can go and see and work on yourself. Release yourself from the past so that you can be in the present moment. And when you're in the present moment, you can start to enjoy yourself, enjoy the people around you, enjoy the activities around you. Because if you're not in the present moment and you're listening to that inner chatter, you're not enjoying yourself. You're not enjoying yourself with friends or with family because you're preoccupied with the past. Once you let go of the past and come into the present moment, you then can create your future. So, you know, have a think about what messages you still think about or your inner chatter still tells you about, what you still focus about from your childhood. You could write them down and then have a look at them through your eyes today, because some of the messages you might think, well, that's silly now, that's stupid, you know, that doesn't make any sense. Or if you feel like you need help, how are you going to do it? And then once you've done that, start creating your future, your goals. Move yourself forward. But then think, once you've done your goals, think about what kind of person do you need to be or want to be to create those goals. Because, as I said right at the beginning, you have to do something different. You have to be different to get different results. So what kind of person do you want to be? Focused, driven, caring? What kind of person is going to achieve those goals? Have a think about that. We're going to play another song now, but I want you to think about it. And I'm a great believer of writing things down and getting things out of your head and start working on yourself. Today is the day you start reflecting and analysing and working on yourself. So the next song is My Island from Beyond the Rubicon.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you've missed this show or any other show, We will be putting the stuff on our website, smileradio.co/on-demand. You can listen for free or download it for a couple of quid. Every little helps. So you're listening to Narelle Summers' Blitz Your Stress live on Smile Radio.
Say the words you want me to hear. I'll stay by your side, no fear. As long as you want me here, as long as you want me near, I want you to walk with me, and we will be as one. I dream you'll stay. We're far away. I'll take your hand to my island. Say the time you want me with you. I'll be by your side, no fear. As long as you want me here, as long as you want me near, as long as you want me here, as long as you want me near, as long as you want me here, as long as you want me near. I want you to walk with me, and we will be as one. I dream you'll stay. We're far away. I'll take your hand to my island. I'll take your hand to my island, to my island. I'll take your hand to my island. I'll take your hand to my island, to my island. I'll take your hand. I'll take your hand.
Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz your stress, feel good inside on Smile Radio. Narelle Summers Show.
Yes, so if you want to check out Beyond the Rubicon, they're on Facebook and Instagram. So I just want to go back about the messages of when you're a child. The biggest message that my clients bring to me, and also, you know, speaking to other people as well, is that I'm not good enough. Now, somebody in the past has said it or made them feel that they're not good enough. And the thing is that for whatever reason, it actually might be copied behaviour. So whoever said it to you may have had it said to them. And also, you know, who are they? They're judging you on their own limited beliefs. Everybody is special. Everybody is unique. And let me tell you this right now. Everybody is good enough. So stop listening to that message that was installed in you in a child. Who are they? Everybody is individual. Nobody should judge anybody. Remove that message. As I said, you're listening to that young child that you're not good enough. And, you know, I did say you need to grow up and look through an adult's eyes. Because if I said to you, if you were looking for a mortgage, would you ask a 6-year-old child for advice on how to get a mortgage? No. Richard's shaking his head either. No, you wouldn't listen to them. So stop listening to that message because you're good enough. And what also is really important when you want to create your future is your energy levels. If your energy levels are up, your thoughts will be clearer and you will make better decisions. If your energy is low, your thoughts would be sluggish, you will not be on top form, your thought process will be slow, you'll make poor decisions. Make sure that your energy is up. And you can do that by exercise or even movement. You know, if you feel that your energy, and I mean, I do this, and I've said this many a time on this program, you know, in between clients, I have my music on and I dance and I sing around my office, you know, to get my energy up. That's what you need to do. Your energy up so you've got the energy to create the right future. You're thinking clearly. You can put a plan of action in. So watch your energy. If you feel that it's dipping, you know, go out for a walk. Move around. Just jiggle your body. Do star jumps. Keep your energy up so you can make the right decisions and move forward. Also, watch your focus. Most people focus on the negatives. Most people focus on the problem. I want you to shift that. I want you to reframe it and focus on the positives. Focus on the solution. Stop focusing on the lack as well. Focus on the abundance, the gratitude. Focus goes where energy flows. So if you're thinking of the problem, if you're thinking lack of work, lack of money, you're bringing your energy down when you do that. When you're focusing on the abundance, focusing on the solution, you're up. Your spirits are up. Your energy is up. Also, focus on the task in hand. Stop getting distracted. Identify what your distractions are. You know, and mine is, like a lot of people, is social media. A couple of months ago, I decided, I would say that I was a person that didn't spend that much time on social media. And when I looked at the stats, I was shocked. So I've actually set myself a target. You can set yourself a time target, can't you? So I've actually set myself a time target on my social media. And I often switch my phone off as well. If I'm not working, my phone, you know, on a night time and working on a weekend, if I'm not working on a weekend, it's off. You know, no distractions. So what are your distractions, and how can you remove them? And if you can't remove them altogether, how can you reduce them? What are your distractions? What would you say your distractions are, Richard?
TikTok.
TikTok.
I can lose myself. I'm just watching comedians, boxing. It's funny in it how it picks up on stuff that you like. And
Well, it's called algorithms.
yeah, I know. But yeah, daft as it is, I'll go get into bed and I'll just, you know, and I'll start scrolling, and next thing you know, half an hour's gone. You're thinking, bloody hell, where's that gone? Bedtime.
TikTok. You see, I haven't got a TikTok account.
I obviously do it for the bar, and I aren't brilliant at doing all the social media for work, I have to say, but I do sporadically put events on and videos, live streams, but it doesn't actually come naturally. I don't actually spend that much time on Facebook and Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram. I have one for work, obviously, but yeah, TikTok, it's funny, and the little snippets of films, and you just, yeah, madness.
But that's it, isn't it? Because you use it for for your business, social media, and so do I. But yeah, I put a timer on it. That was it. But also, so have a look at the things that are distracting you, reduce them or remove them. Watch your focus. So watch your energy, watch your focus, and watch your language. A lot of people go, oh, I'll try and do that. Oh, I'll try and, it's like me, you know, I'll try and go to the gym this afternoon, or I'll try and ring you tomorrow, Richard. Trying is lying. You've already told your subconscious mind you're not doing it. So, you know, change your language. I will go to the gym. I am going to phone you, Richard.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Also, I should eat a healthy diet. I should do that spreadsheet. I should. Should is a guilty word, you know, and it means that it's not going to happen, and it's full of, you know that you want to do it or you need to do it. So stop shoulding all over yourself. And, you know, turn it into a must. I must eat healthily. I must do that spreadsheet. I must phone Richard. So turn that around. Turn it into, so those words, trying and should, are not commands. I will, I am, I'm going to, is a command. You are telling your subconscious mind, you're going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And that will help you in work, and it will help you in your personal life as well. Also, don't. So when I ask a client, what do you want in life? the first things they say, well, I don't want this job anymore. I don't want to have lack of money. I don't want to work on a weekend. I don't. The subconscious mind doesn't recognise negative words. So what you are saying is, I do want to work weekends. I do want to have lack of money. So be careful how you speak to yourself. You know, what do you want? I want a job that I work Monday to Friday. I want, and be specific, I want £3,000 a month. Okay, so watch your language, watch your energy, watch your focus, and watch your language. Now, you know, I've talked a lot today about the past and removing the past. If anybody does want any help with that, I do offer Zoom sessions in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. What you think about, how you feel, has a knock-on effect with your actions. And havening as well, which is a psychosensory therapy that uses the self-havening, eye movement, visualization and distractions. Again, that is on Zoom. That's removing negative feelings attached to negative memories. I also do goal mapping, in helping people set goals. That's an online program that uses words and pictures to engage the whole of the brain to make you ultra focused in setting your goals. I'm also a speaker. My keynote is called Be Kind to Your Mind, where I share tips and techniques on how to have a better quality of life. You can email me at hello@narellesummers.co.uk if you want more information about my one-to-ones or my keynote. Thank you very much for listening. Create an amazing future.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you've missed this show, any other show, you can go to smileradio.co/on-demand and you can listen for free or download for a couple of quid. Just want to say thank you for listening, and for those who have passed on comments, if we haven't replied, we apologise. But have a great weekend. Be good to each other. And yeah, don't forget, give us 3 rings when you get in. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for listening. Look after yourself.
Earthly wisdom not from any God above, but vulnerable our hearts we've sadly seen. We'll send a prayer to those who disagree. Ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers, ballad of the wildflowers. This new Eden that you plant is ours.
Narelle Summers is by your side. Blitz your stress, feel good inside on Smile Radio. Narelle Summer Show.